One thing my prostate cancer hasn't changed: this place. We've made some great memories here, and we're making one today with a little help from Nubeqa.
Nubeqa is a prescription medicine used to treat men with prostate cancer that has not spread to other parts of the body and no longer responds to a medical or surgical treatment.
Kroger, we team up with our farmers to bring you the freshest produce.
One thing my prostate cancer hasn't changed.
Good evening. At this time, I would like to welcome Jack Schoenemeyer to the stage for the invocation.
Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, surround those who are graduating with your grace. Bless them with hope so that they move into the future with eager and open hearts. Help them to put the knowledge, skills, and insights gained through their education for the good of all mankind. Inspire them to believe in the goodness of life even when faced with challenges and difficulties. As they commence with their lives, may they grow even more grateful and wise. Amen.
Thank you, Jack. The class of 2022, members of the Board of Trustees, parents, faculty, family, and friends, my name is Marty Lester, and I serve as Brookstone's head of school. I welcome you to our commencement ceremony, and this is a celebration of accomplishment. It's also an opportunity for our school to say thank you to a very special group of young women and young men. This is commencement, a beginning and not an ending. These students are not finishing. They're being sent out to continue the good work they have begun here. The students seated before you are here because someone cares deeply about them, their future, and their education. Having been here for 6 years, it has occurred to me that the things that go on here, the gifts of our students and all that they do, their families, the work of our faculty, our alumni, the beauty of our campus, the opportunities for meaningful teaching and learning, how all those things work together are more than good or even great. They are beautiful, and it is a privilege for us all to be a part of it. Our crest cites 3 tenets of our Brookstone education: loyalty, courage, and wisdom. These tenets are exemplified by this class, whether it be in the arts, academics, service, or in athletics. The standard they have set both individually and collectively will be difficult to match, much less surpass. The Brookstone School experience is a unique one. We as a school, as an institution, strive to provide opportunities that are meaningful ones for all of our students. This class has taken full advantage of the opportunities provided and put each to good use. With the time, energy, and effort that leads to success as these students, soon-to-be alumni, have experienced, there also comes a commitment to the truly important things in life. Loyalty, courage, and wisdom are more than words on our crest. This class, through their experiences, have come to understand that there are ways to make a significant difference in their lives, the lives of their families, and the lives of the people in their community. They have also learned that while knowledge and skill are important, without knowing what truly matters, they are of little significance. These young men and women are ready for the next step, and they are understandably going to be moments of uncertainty in the coming year. Everyone has experienced it at one time or another. We know, though, that courage takes many forms, and you will be called upon to exhibit it as you move through life. You are ready. In an essay on imagination and the spirit of adventure written by Edwin Friedman that I brought up before, the author uses an anonymous quote to make a point, that the safest place for ships is in the harbor, but that's not why ships are built. That thought, that sentiment applies to these graduates. As I mentioned earlier, commencement is a beginning. We all want you to go, to be, to experience, to learn, to grow, to love and be loved, to make hard choices, share your successes, and understand that with risk sometimes comes failure. But that overcoming it is a true test of character. You're challenged by having been a part of Brookstone to go out and make a real difference. And there is an expectation that you'll accomplish great things in your own way, and you will. We are proud of you. I thank you, parents, for giving us the privilege of being a part of your child's education. And at this time, I would ask Peter Todd to come forward to introduce our first speaker.
Good evening. My name is Peter Todd, and I'm the head boy prefect here at Brookstone School. I am beyond honored to be able to introduce our next speaker. If you have ever had a class with Olivia Willett, you might think that she is quiet, but it is actually the complete opposite. All it took for me to realize that was to see her perform in a play one time. Not only was she one of the leads in this year's play, Mamma Mia, she also is heavily involved in agriculture. Along with these achievements, Olivia is also very accomplished in the classroom. She is in a multitude of different honor societies and finished high school with a 4.77 GPA. Olivia won a multitude of awards this year, including Brookstone's Page 1 nominee for Science, Best Actress for One Act Play her 11th and 12th grade years, and she was also on All-Star Cast for the One Act Play competition her senior year. Olivia is going to go on and do great things in life, and the University of Georgia is lucky to have her. Please welcome Olivia Willett.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2022, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I stand before a village of commitment, care, and support. From our friends who have supported us on the sidelines, come rain or shine, to our mothers, fathers, and grandparents who held our hands on the first day of school. I am so grateful to each faculty, student, family, and friend that has come here to our graduation. We would not be the same people without the support and love you all have shown us. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now, I would like to ask everyone, who are you? Are you your grades, your hair, your smile? Or are you your mistakes, your persistence, your future? We are all plagued by misfortune and mistakes. Now, first, I would like to define what a mistake is. In textbook, it's considered a deed that is misguided or wrong, but what does that even mean? Wrongdoings that are not explicit are subjective and hard to grasp. Is choosing to eat a whole loaf of pumpkin bread baked by Miss Sway a mistake, or is it a deliciously good time? Tilt your head and see that the frightening word mistake can be squished back down to its original form, a word, albeit a powerful word that can change someone's beautiful oops into an ugly stain that ruins a work of art. Misfortune is worse. It's an infestation that flies into your brain, latches itself into every fiber of your being, and convinces you that nothing will get better. And it means bad luck. And once you're convinced the world is working against you, you've given up. Unfortunately, misfortune is intimate. Its wake affects us. It's embarrassing and uncomfortable, and it hurts. From the seniors' particularly terrible losing streak in the student-faculty wars, to not being able to go to your top college, to losing a loved one, misfortune feels like a ginormous wall, and it can feel like you are too small to move it. We are all plagued by misfortune and mistakes, and it's okay. We graduates may have lost to the faculty unfairly in basketball, but that misfortune, our losses, united our class and connected us. The path of life is amongst hills and valleys. we're bound to cry. We need to. At any age, from kindergarten to retirement, we need to see that things can go wrong. Our growth can only be achieved when something hinders us. To say it another way, Francis Cottrell could not serve the stunning outfit looks of today without going through a weird middle school phase. Our mistakes, our misfortune, it's what defines us. You can only remember your past. It's completely in your mind, but the future is unknown and therefore entirely within our hands. So, now imagine this future for me. You're in the water, swimming. You have fins and gills, but you also have the head of a cougar. You are everything Dr. Jim East asked us to be, a cougar and a shark. A cougark. Grit, our sophomore-themed year. It invokes a certain feeling in all of us. And now don't let me lose you, though. There's a reason I brought up the G word. I don't like seeing gym quotes that say, you don't deserve your goals unless you put in, you wake up at 5 a.m., listen to pounding music, and put in 110%. Rather controversial because the grind is such an exemplary way to live. It's inspiring and makes you want to work hard like so many others. But the grind is not effort. It's not grit. It's a particularly hard way to accomplish your goals. Anna Kate runs her heart out, and she trains so much to not only kill at cheerleading, but to destroy at track. She makes it look easy, almost effortless. But she made it her goal to improve, to win. That was her effort. That's all effort is. It's the courage to take the first steps. It's the courage to persevere. And I think that's what makes the graduating class so special. They're all so courageous. Take Alec Perkins, Kate McKinstry, Springer Tebow. They chose to stand up in front of countless friends and teachers in Young Life to talk about how Young Life affected and shaped them. Or Joel, who with no previous experience became an instant success in theater this year, simply because he went up to the Davises and asked for an audition. Courage is innate, and it comes out unexpectedly. The courage to persevere means that when you are faced with hardships and challenges, you do not shy away to another goal. You do not leave your dreams on the rocky gravel and walk away to a dimmer light. You must look at these challenging situations that make you feel so different, so isolated, and grasp them with both hands. Have grit. Life is not about how many times you get knocked down, but rather about how many times you get back up. Find the courage to embrace the mistakes, learn from them, and persevere through misfortune. It might be confusing or seem unnecessary. If you're a kind person, if you pretty much do the right things and you live a happy life, is that not enough? Why must this courage be pushed? And in the end, you're right. You could leave this ceremony today and totally forget this speech and go live a wonderful life. However, know this. As you get older and begin to look at life through a lens of experience, your hardships may make it difficult for you to see life's innate wonder. Unfortunately, the most challenging times in our lives will deeply wound us. They will be numbing moments that leave you so grieved, tears will no longer fall. I implore you all to lighten a weight and see that life is how you perceive it. The courage to persevere is not just for a losing streak at football, but for when that dark fog of reality covers your eyes and fear settles in. If you choose to ignore misfortune, to forget your mistakes, your happiness will not come from who you are in the far too heavy present, but from who you were in the simpler days, in the past. And that's not living. So let me say this once more. Have the courage to persevere. Have it now. Have it tomorrow. Have it for the rest of your life. Wake up every morning and ask yourself, who am I? And who do I want to become? I don't have Kelsey Long's dedication to dissecting every AP Lit book, or Mansell Amos's gym prowess for his football pursuits. I can't shock the whole school with an impromptu accordion performance like Genesis Woods can, and my math notebook certainly does not look like Jackie Boyinchek's perfectly measured, multicolored, masterful notes. But through our failures, we have all changed. We all hold different values. Every single one of us is like this. The idea of individuality is not new, so own it. Who do you want to become? What qualities do you want to have? Chew on it. Chew on it until the gum tastes bland and it's no longer chewy, and then go find another piece of gum to chew on. Don't be content. Saturate your life. The world is huge and amazing and filled with random things like crocheting. We are not insentient beings, and we are not made to be content. We're made to always grow, to be like gracious putty to changing times. I gotta ask you again, who are you? Are you content? Because I'm not. I'm not yet the person I want to be, so I make mistakes and I have misfortune. And I have to step back and see how the person I want to be would have handled it. It sounds robotic, maybe limiting, but that's the way my brain works. And what's crazy about the whole mistakes, pushing through, growing cycle is that it never ends. You will never become the person you want to be. But is that not just the most exciting thing? You will always have mistakes, and you must always have misfortune, and you must always find a way to push through. But then you blossom. Suddenly, you are so complex and amazing. You have learned and grown, and you are different from the person you once were. Remember beautiful, lovely Miss Chapman's 9th grade English, gerunds? You are becoming. The idea that you are constantly improving to become a different, better, more complex individual. That ing makes all the difference. It makes the word active more accessible to your present. We are all becoming who we want to be. This change is as omnipresent as it is inevitable. It's trendy now to fear change and to dislike it, but don't do that. Don't allow yourself to succumb to liking things the way they were. The moment you begin to think that way, you have stopped your time. You have stopped the pursuit of becoming the person you want to be, and you are only left with who you became. Challenge yourself to take every opportunity to fill your life with vibrancy. At its most intrinsic, life is thought meaningless, and therefore you are left with the lifelong pursuit to find meaning. I hate this idea of finding meaning. This phrase implies that you will get to a point in your life where you've either succeeded to find the meaning or failed, when in reality, you are the meaning. Again, you make life meaningful. And this isn't some inspirational quote on your awesomeness, but a truth that only you can choose to accept. Make your life overflowing with meaning and gravity and satisfaction. I stand before an incredible crowd of people. They have loved, they have lost, and they have grown. I hope these words can reach your ears and excite you, or remind you of the excitement your life holds. Your misfortune will cut you. Your perseverance will shape you. And your future will be defined by you. To every person here, to the graduates, to the students, to the faculty and family, I ask, who are you? And who are you going to become? Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Grace Farrer, and I am the head girl prefect. I am so honored to have the privilege to introduce our next speaker. I can say with confidence that if you know Michael Malone, you absolutely love him. He is the most selfless and kind person I have ever met. Before COVID hit, Michael spent lots of time volunteering at Fox Elementary and working with Agricolga. He also helped tutor students who were learning English at River Road Elementary School. Even in the face of COVID, Michael was able to start the Chattahoochee Valley Sibling Support Group, which he started for people with brothers and sisters with disabilities in order to make things better for them at home. Along with all of this, he played varsity baseball and was on the Headmaster Advisory Board. Michael, the class of 2022 is so blessed to have your words lead us into the next chapter of our lives, and we are all so excited to see the wonderful things you do at Stanford University in the fall. Now, please help me welcome Michael Malone.
Sorry for this cap, by the way. I can't keep it straight, but I'm gonna keep on moving. But let's get into it. Good evening, graduates, family, parents, faculty, and guests to the celebration of the class of 2022. I struggled to start this speech because so many memories flood my mind of what makes this class so special. I mean, just yesterday it felt like Francis Cottrell was beating all-pro Roddy White in push-ups. I mean, in 7th grade, Jack Schoenemeyer was slamming me on the gridiron, made me quit the sport of football. And Coach Sylvester didn't make it any better, coming in going, "You just got fried, son." I mean, just give me a break. And Jalen and Joel going through the theme park of Universal screaming, "Ah!" to random seniors, and you should have seen the look on Trip Duncan's face. This class never gave me or my classmates a dull moment, ever. And even though a new chapter is beginning, the lifelong friendships, bonds, and totally not opening a sheet of notes for AP exams will last forever. Now you may ask, why is this so important? Our dear friend Ferris Bueller once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. So take these last few minutes in to look around at your classmates and remember the greatness you achieved together, the laughs you shared, and the memories to come, because this class will live on forever. And although it's coming to an end, I want you to know you did everything possible to make an impact on your friends' lives and make it a memorable experience, because it means more than you know. Even you, Matthew, who never failed to make our AP Literature class laugh with their sarcastic showdowns with Dr. Harkey, giving him a run for his money with his rigged quizzes on 12th night. And as I look into this crowd, I recognize the people who formed us into the natural leaders we are today. I see the faculty who made sure each and every single one of us crossed the finish line and gave up their own free time to help us succeed. I see Miss Lumsden, who championed the phrase, "Oh Lord," every time I failed her test in honors chemistry. Miss Lumsden instilled the class's belief that there's light at every end of every tunnel, and no climb is too big for the class of 2022. I see Miss Kathy Jones, who served as a counselor, a friend, and a second mother to me, and that's one of the greatest compliments I can ever give, which shows you how much this faculty goes above and beyond to make our time here so special. The faculty is the reason the Brookstone community is so special. arguing that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan to Mr. Sullivan. I mean, can't get better than anything like that. Noting that Mr. Griff has the best laugh I've ever heard. And having my teachers at my baseball senior night. You guys make it so wonderful and special. And seeing Miss Boswell at Genesis's piano recital, or hearing, "Hey man, how we doing? Y'all rock," from Mr. Chapman. Just are a few things I'll take away from this group that has affected me and my classmates. All the long hours before and after school to review for a test just shows how much our teachers are invested in us and how we will not forgive you for not bringing a non-Brookstone faculty member to our basketball game and having the audacity to claim your win. However, through the good and bad, you stuck by our side, and we are all forever grateful for it. I see our parents, who are our biggest fans even when we deserve no fans. You drove us to do our best and drove us to be the best we could be through your unconditional love. You are the reason we work so hard. We are the beacons of light, and we are the all-stars in our family because you taught us to keep going even when the lights are off. And also, on behalf of Luke Norman, Lane Harris, and myself, thank you for not saying us Bocelli. And to the class of 2022, you're passionate, charismatic, whether that be Olivia, Jackie, and Maddie dancing away Mamma Mia. I mean, you guys had so much of an effect on us. Me and Joelle were singing the lyrics in the hallway. Yeah! But, or Sophie and Buddy putting the biggest smile on preschoolers' faces down there. Our passion and charisma will continue to take us far in life. Because at the end of the day, it's not what college you're going to. It's not what your grades are or what awards you win. It's how you made your time memorable and who you impacted. It's the leadership of students such as Stella, Catherine, Springer, and Annie who led our girls' soccer team to the Final Four. And you can ask Luke Norman and Brooks Rice how electric those games were to watch. Vámonos 25! It's the faith we had in this class when we made the Eldridge Gymnasium roar for the state playoff volleyball games, or when we upset Bocelli in basketball and believed in ourselves when the media didn't. This is what I want us to continue to do, because there's going to be adversity in our lives. It's up to you how you respond to it. Whether you let it break you or make you is how you will be remembered and how each one of you will change this world. This class is stronger than you know, which gives me great joy in seeing where each of you end up. Junior year, tragedy struck when my mother passed away unexpectedly, and I honestly didn't know how I was going to be able to move on. The one thing I'll never forget was the love that this class showed me. Guys such as Jake, Joseph, and Tripp showed up and made no excuses and came to the viewing through a frightening pandemic to stand by my side through that difficult time. This selfless act made my faith in the Brookstone community stronger, and it showed us that even in our darkest times and moments, we will stick by each other's side, no matter the cost and no matter what. And that is what makes Brookstone so special. Not only the school itself and its core values, but the people who make it up and will continue to make it up and make the experience better for each class. Because this class right here left its mark on Brookstone, no doubt about that. And the shoes will never be filled because of how special and unique you guys are. As you move on into this next chapter, there are a few things I want you to hold on to in order to maximize your next experience in this journey. I encourage you to tackle your problems head on and show the world what we've shown our parents, family, and friends throughout the year, that we run this. Continue to be loyal to things that you are passionate about. Be as loyal as Issa and Ella Kay are to Jack Harlow. Be as loyal as Brooks Buffington is to the Braves. The kid hasn't missed a game in years. And as loyal as John Harkey is to his black and silver mechanical pencil. Weird, I know. Because no, at the end of the day, you are not seeking approval from anyone else but yourself. And that will make your life more joyful and relieve the stress of expectations set upon you by others. Know, my friends, that we set the bar. We set the standard for excellence. And we will inspire the light of change in the years to come. Whether you're at Johns Hopkins, Haverford, UGA, Wheaton, Vermont, Alabama State, West Virginia State, or Stanford, our connections are going to be all over the U.S. and we will set the bar at each one of our new locations. All of these impressive schools did not come by chance, as each one of you were quite simply the whole package. You weren't selected by grades. You were selected by all your traits and characteristics, which made you so special to your university and unique. We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen, and this was just a small direction in the creation of champions. And if you didn't get a varsity letter, if you didn't get an award, or a certain school didn't accept you, or you didn't get the playing time you deserved, the best is yet to come. Because your journey is only beginning. Because all those long nights with your family planning about your future have now paid off. All right, I'm going to share with you a quick story of how I got into Stanford. Back in our parents' day, they had to walk to the mailbox for an admissions letter. Now, they send us an email, you have an admissions update. Yeah, our whole life is based upon one click of a button. It was a Friday night. We were beating the bricks off of Webster County. Hayes Volts was raining threes. Lane Arrington was cramming poor kids. They just wanted to go home. And Jalen Moyson was rocking kids in cradles and shattering dreams. So we won the game, and I remembered the Stanford update had just come out. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't get in. Let me just open this at home and not be embarrassed in front of my friends. But Peter Todd and Matt Kennebrew, of course, just say, open it, man. It won't be that disappointing if you don't get in. So the magic of peer pressure comes in, and I open it in front of all my guys. And dang it, if I don't have a what the H moment, sorry, Mom, what the heck? And realize I got into my dream school in the parking lot with my boys, which made it all worth it. And that's how memories are made, being together, being united as one. Because win or lose, my friends would have been proud of me, which is something unique about the Brookstone community. This sense of unconditional love and support will characterize the Brookstone community for years to come because of the experiences we've had that will live on forever. In closing, I want two morals to be emphasized before we embark on this next chapter together: courage and perseverance. Martin Luther King once said, "Make a career of humanity. Commit yourself to the noble struggle for equal rights. You will make a better person of yourself, a greater nation for your country, and a better, finer world to live in." So continue to stand up for what is right, and speak up for the voiceless, because you are changing someone's life who can't speak up for themselves. Continue to show your courage and perseverance, as I know this step can be hard. We're leaving our family and friends for a whole new world in the fall. But I know each of you is up for the challenge, because Brookstone helped form us into the young adults with manners and curiosity to conquer any challenge we put our minds to. So step out of your comfort zone next year, make new friends, and be able to be the versatile student you once were at Brookstone. Be ready to accept change and adapt, because you and everyone beside you were born for this. The path will not get any easier, but the commitment that you've shown your friends, family, and the ones who look up to you down there and down there will never be forgotten. Your hardworking attitude will prosper at the next level, and all the hard work that you've had that's led up to this point will only continue to broaden in this next chapter of your life. So do not let your foot off the gas, but enjoy your time these next 4 years as you did at Brookstone, because time does not slowly pass for anyone. The phrase, laugh now, cry later, has been a maxim of sorts for this class. So Sam, now the tears can fall. These last 4 years may have moved pretty fast, but we didn't miss out on life. We were too busy living it together. And when you look back at high school, I want you all to know that the presence, your insight, your knowledge, and your charisma made each senior's time at Brookstone better, even when it always didn't seem like it. And people may ask, man, what would you do at Brookstone if you didn't go with your best friends and have the time of your life? I guess we'll never know. Peace.
Great job, Olivia. Michael, they say with age comes wisdom, my friend. Soon you too will realize that Michael Jordan is the greatest. A round of applause again, please, for both of our speakers. We have reached the much anticipated point of the ceremony where we recognize our graduating seniors. Each senior receives a diploma from the Board of Trustees upon their graduation. Our board chair, Mr. Billy Blanchard, will deliver the diploma to each graduate on behalf of the Board of Trustees. If a student's parent is currently a trustee of the school, this parent will play a part in the presentation of the diploma to their child. As has become tradition at Brookstone's graduations, we want to recognize each graduate's family members who are with us this evening. When a student's name is called, we ask that all family members of that graduate stand at their seats and remain standing silently until the graduate has left the stage. We ask that everyone honor and dignify tonight's graduation ceremony and respect the other families who are present by refraining from applause or other loud expressions until we have completed the reading of all the names. Please respect the graduates and allow them to have their time to walk across the stage with all the focus on them. Thank you for holding your applause until the entire class has been recognized. Mr. Matt Lage, the Upper School Dean of Students, will now begin the diploma presentation.
Mr. Board Chair, it gives me great pleasure to present the class of 2022 to receive their diplomas. Seniors in the front row, please stand and take your place. William Mansell Amos. Henry DeBolt Arnold. Lane Montgomery Arrington. Benjamin Allen Blankenship. Jacqueline Ann Boyanchek. Catherine Louise Brown. Matthew Joseph Bruder. Brooks Morgan Buffington. Micah Chamness Bush. Callaway Laurie Champion. Emma Catherine Clark. Christina Tun Clay. Samantha Abigail Clayton. Julia Ann Klein. Francis Wheat Cottrell. Ella Rose Crowley. Austin Callaway Davis. Philip Earl Denson, Jr. William Douglas Duncan III. Kenneth Eugene Evans III. Grace Elizabeth Farrer. Joseph Conway Fernicola. Dora Catherine Garcia. Molly May Gales. Mackenzie Lane Harris. Addison Grace Hastings. John Fannin Hurd. Anna Catherine Helton. Wellesley Jean Henry. Joseph Hamilton Hillsman V. Elizabeth Lee Hollingsworth. Catherine Grace Jeffries. Ashley Stisher Jones. Joel Abijah Jones. Lucy Elizabeth Jones. Andrew Donovan King. David McNeil Kennebrew Jr. Ella K. Lane. Isabel Diane Livingston. Kelsey Elizabeth Long. Madeline Faith Lose Brown. Thomas Michael Malone II. Mary Taylor Marks. Coates Welton Massey. Sarah Catherine McKinstry. Jalen Joseph Moisant. John Andrew Newton. Luke William Norman. Sophia Yvonne Pardue. Thomas Wade Parker. Garrett Benjamin Pelly. Dale Alexander Perkins. Ann Simmons Rains. Dylan Michael Reddick. William Brooks Rice, Jr. Cassidy Leanne Carol Rogers. Stuart Bird Rustin. John Guyton Schondelmeyer. Marshall McLean Surf. Mary Frances Sessions. Mary Virginia Sluter. William Evan Smallwood. Sean Tyler Smith. Danny Jacob Snipes. Jonathan Pate Stansel. Michaela Dawn Stubbs. Eva Nevaeh Sullivan. Sarah Springer Tebow. Peter David Todd. Elliot Bradley Tommy. George Hazen Valtz. Ruth McKnight Wade. William Park Ward. John Christian Westerland. Lily Faulkner White. Olivia Alexis Willett. Kira LaShawn Williams. Genesis Felicia Woods. Estelle Marie Yancey. William Zishu Jia.
Parents, please give another round of applause for our graduates. Fantastic job, seniors. You have made it. I'm going to give it another 5 seconds, but give time for everyone to get back to their seats. All seniors, please stand. Mr. Blanchard, Mr. Lester, faculty, staff, administration, and honored guests of Brookstone School. It is my honor to tell you that the students who are attending before me now have met or exceeded all the requirements of this institution necessary to confer upon them the status of graduate. Seniors, please move your tassel from the right side to the left. It is my pleasure to introduce to you for the first time the Brookstone School Alumni Class of 2022.
We'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. And after the students and faculty recess, we invite you to stay, to take pictures, and enjoy this beautiful evening. Seniors, congratulations again.